I just wanted to thank everybody for coming here this afternoon. We've got an opportunity to recognize some not only exceptional police work and task force work, but also some exceptional actions by our citizens in the city of St. Paul. I want to start off by saying Mayor Coleman sends his regrets. He was with me earlier in the morning here. We had another event here, and then we went to another event, and he went one way, I went another way, and I ended up here. So he wanted to congratulate all the award winners that will receive a Chiefs Award today. But I first want to start off by talking about partnerships, because partnerships in our line of work are critical. And the Milwaukee Police Department is a partner with the St. Paul Police Department, and you're going to get to hear a great story about cooperation, a long-term investigation started by them, but working together, two agencies, just brother and sister police officers and ATF agents working together to really go after one of the most violent gangs in our two cities, shipping guns and drugs and all sorts of other things back and forth between St. Paul and Milwaukee. And I can't say enough about that. I want to thank our, before I get into the official comments, the Milwaukee folks for coming up here. I kind of joked with them earlier. I wish I had a budget where I could put everybody up in hotels and fly them up here. And they drove up here, but I heard they're going to be taken care of tonight at a place called Al's downtown. And my tab only buys food, by the way. I just want to make sure that we get that out. But with that, could I have the following people just come up and stand to the left of me here? Milwaukee ATF Task Force members, Detectives Kevin Kleinstein, I know Kevin's not here, Kevin Armbruster, Juan Duran, Virginia Gordy, and Special Agent Shelley Jocks. I'm going to read the award here, and you'll hear about the great work that these folks did to really, I should be paying for their hotel stay because they helped to lessen and lower the violence in our own city right here in the city of St. Paul. And there's one thing that cops do well, that's when we have to go after really bad people. We work together. It doesn't matter Milwaukee, St. Paul, we've got a great relationship. I also want to recognize Bernard Zaper. Where's BJ? There's BJ from the ATF. BJ was the special agent in charge at the time of this long-term investigation. Spanned over 2 years, and I'll read all that here, but I know that Bernard was working with then Chief John Harrington, and I knew about this case very well as the Assistant Chief of Operations because they asked to steal a lot of my Hmong-speaking officers at the time to help as part of this investigation. So it's really a team effort, and we've recognized our people already. So this is long overdue. Let me read this from the incident. In 2007, as members of the ATF Task Force in Milwaukee, Detectives Kevin Kleinstein, Kevin Armbruster, Officers Juan Duran, and Virginia Gordy and Special Agent Shelley Jocks began working on gathering information on an extremely violent street gang by the name of the Menace of Destruction, commonly known here in St. Paul or anywhere else as MODs. One of the gang leaders lived in St. Paul and was a major narcotics distributor. He was also known to distribute guns from Wisconsin, gun store burglaries to members who lived here in the Twin Cities, which just kept the violence going right here in our own hometown. For 2 years, the task force controlled intelligence on the members, collected intelligence on the members of the MODs and called on the St. Paul Police Department to assist when they were given approval for a federal wiretap. They needed assistance with interpreting and listening to the wiretap, which involved many members from the St. Paul area. Several officers from our department volunteered and traveled back and forth from St. Paul and Milwaukee. The wiretap lasted for over 60 days, and our officers were able to provide the task force with valuable information, not only through interpreting conversations, but from having knowledge of the St. Paul and Twin City area. Surveillance teams were able to be right in place at the right time due to the information they interpreted from the wiretap. In February of 2010, 12 search warrants were executed in Milwaukee in the Twin Cities area. 18 members of the MODs were arrested. Cash, firearms, vehicles, and narcotics were all recovered. The end result of this very successful investigation was federal indictments of 17 very dangerous MOD gang members and 16 charges in state court under the RICO Racketeering Act. The dedication this task force gave to the case is admirable. They work well as a team and displayed professionalism and determination throughout the investigation. They welcome our department's assistance and were appreciative of the work performed on the wiretap. The long hours and tenacity that those individuals gave to this case removed many dangerous MOD members from the streets of both Milwaukee and St. Paul and their surrounding communities. And on a personal note, I want to thank all of you for coming up here. This is long overdue. This is a big thing for us when we give out Chiefs Award. We don't give them out to just anybody. I wish we would have got them out to you sooner, but thank you for what you did. And I know you've got relationships with people here so that if things percolate again, we know who to call and you know to call us, because we always want to be your partner. Let's give all of these folks.
Real quick, thank you, Chief. A lot of things the Chief said, I really wanted to echo as far as partnership. When this investigation started, it's long before it started, there was a partnership already formed between, through gang associations, law enforcement gang associations, to at least flow the information through. And for our city of Milwaukee, it started with Juan Duran, Virginia Gordy. They were our street gang officers. They're the ones that were the driving force. They were the ones that all the gang members knew. They were the ones that all the family members knew. They were the ones that they feared, pretty much. So it started with them. It started with a lot of just getting information and understanding that these gangs were mobile. They did travel across state lines. They did commit crimes around the states, and they were hard to track. Once they were onto them, they were up here in St. Paul. And then Sergeant Straka, who was our point of contact here in St. Paul, was the one that would finish off where we started. So it was a partnership. Even though it was long distance, the criminals thought they were getting away, but it worked out well. I did want to thank our ATF for supporting us on this. Special Agent Andy Romniak was part of St. Paul that helped us out a lot. Special Agent Shelley Jacques was a big force in a lot of things. Of course, Rich Straka, St. Paul Police Department, the command staff, of putting in their hours and dedication just to help us out, the city of Milwaukee. It was commendable. We did have help too from the FBI task force and Andy Mento. He was around helping us out. I do want to thank the translators. A lot of them are here. It might not sound like part of an investigation, but it was a huge part of it. With a wiretap, being able to understand what they're saying and get that information out to street patrols so we can react quick enough. But if I'm saying it right, Gao, Vang, Tong, Yang, Jimmy Chu, Yang, Meng Lee, Yaling Vang, and Charlie Lee were some of the ones that just were from St. Paul Police Department that dedicated their time to basically live in Milwaukee for weeks on end, some longer than that, some months, and for the department to give them up as a resource, knowing what the potential could be. It's just nice to have that vision that the command staff saw and had faith in us. So I thank you very much. Appreciate it.
It's always great for all of us that wear the blue uniform when we can recognize citizens that do extraordinary things. And I'm going to guess that these two gentlemen would say they're ordinary people, but they were called upon to do something very extraordinary, and they put themselves in harm's way to help someone else, a complete stranger. Someone that they really could have just went about their regular business and not done anything. But that's not what these two outstanding citizens did. And it's why I believe that the city of St. Paul is second to none. It's a great place to live because we have people that are willing to help complete strangers and help us and put themselves in harm's way to make this city a better place. I'll read to you the citation And again, very dangerous situation. I'm glad everything worked out well, and you'll understand in a second here. On May 5th, 2012, Mr. James Fields and Mr. Michael Juarez were witness to a two-vehicle accident near Como and Pennsylvania Avenues. One of the vehicles was a cab that struck a gas meter, so already we can figure out just how dangerous of a situation this was. The driver was partially trapped and unconscious as natural gas escaped from the gas meter. Mr. Juarez and Mr. Fields ran to assist the trapped man. They shut off the car, freed him from the damaged vehicle, and carried him across the street to safety in case there was an explosion. Medics transported him to Region Hospital, where he had and was diagnosed with very severe injuries. Without regard for their own personal safety and without any hesitation, they both put themselves at extreme risk to assist an unconscious and severely injured person. This person was a stranger to them. Their quick actions not only saved the man from further injury, but also prevented a possible explosion. They remained calm and deliberately turned the vehicle off to prevent further disaster. And with that, I am very proud to offer both of them a Chiefs Award of Merit, and let's give them both a loud round of applause.
I just want to say it's an honor to be recognized for my actions with the brave officers of Milwaukee and officers, men and women, and thank you for this award.
I want to thank everybody for being here. Again, our special guests from up in Milwaukee, thank you for being here. We've got some cake, we have some refreshments. To the family and friends of Mr. Fields and Mr. Juarez, thank you for sharing them with us, because without them, before our officers could get there, who knows what would have happened in a dangerous situation like that. So I'm very proud of the actions that they took. So please come up and join us, and also congratulate our award winners today. Thank you.